Hello, everyone, and welcome to Team Lawrence. I'm your host, Pat Brock, the Public Information Officer for Lawrence County Schools, and we are doing back-to-school specials, and we are here at East Lawrence Primary with my girl, Brandy Purser. Congratulations to you, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, Brandy, you've been in education for quite some time.
Yes, about 15 years.
Talk to us a little bit about your career and in education as an educator, and then segueing into being an administrator and what that transition has been like for you.
Okay. It has been an amazing experience. So, of course, I started off as a classroom teacher here at East Lawrence Primary, actually. From there, I actually came out of the classroom and became an instructional coach. And then I had the opportunity to become an administrator and became assistant principal of East Lawrence Middle School. So I've been an administrator. This will be my 6th year. And now I'm here back at East Lawrence Primary School.
So
Very thankful.
What did you teach here?
Okay, so several different areas. Right. Actually, I was a special education teacher, so different grade levels there. And then I taught 2nd grade regular education as well.
And of course, you know, if you all did not know, when Dr. Jamie Lawhorn was deployed, this young lady here was the interim principal at East Lawrence Middle School for like 10 or 11 months.
Yes, great experience. East Lawrence Middle School has my heart as well as East Lawrence Primary. I'm very blessed.
And so, Brandy, here it is. So through all these years, how have you seen yourself change or improve as an educator and administrator from when you first started out? Like, what's changed in you?
Well, I definitely think that just seeing the child as a whole has been wonderful. Having the opportunity to go to East Lawrence Middle School, I never would have thought I would have wound up there, but it prepared me to come back here and to know where we're headed, where our students are headed, what they need, and how we can better lay that foundation for them. So it's been great.
So here it is. You were an assistant principal how many years?
Assistant principal for 5.
5 years. And then you said, self. I think I want to be a head principal at one of these schools. Yes. How did you, just kind of like in that transition for you? What's it been like for you?
Well, of course, it took a lot of prayer and a lot of seeking God's wisdom and what I needed to do. He opened the doors that I so graciously had the opportunity to walk through. And, I just want to do the best job that I can for our staff and our students and really give them the best educational opportunity possible. So.
And you have done such a phenomenal job, and I love the energy that you bring to the table. And so here it is, the new principal. Let me just say this, Janelle Butler, you tore it up here, girl. Just love the work that you did here. So proud of you. Thank you. Congratulations to you now as our federal programs director. And now here it is, you have passed the baton to someone who is equally as awesome. So how did you've been having to rally your troops together.
Yes.
Getting them, I guess for you all, getting to know one another, getting them acclimated to, okay, now you're in this principalship. What are the expectations? What do you need from me in order for this primary school to be successful? Yes.
So East Lawrence Primary is a hidden gem, and it has always been a hidden gem. I can say that because I've been here for many years, and it's not something that I come into trying to fix because it's not a broken school. I do want to maximize instruction. I want to support our teachers. We have a lot of reading initiatives coming down the pipeline that I want to encourage and support our staff to give them the most opportunities to plan, to give them the most opportunities to just really dig into our new curriculum that we have coming up. So that's our plan moving forward, is to try to simplify everything that we can, take away the complicated, convoluted things in education that sometimes keep us from being able to be in front of our students and teach. So that's my goal.
And so with that, you've made a few changes, haven't you?
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about that.
So the first thing is our tardy bell will now ring at 8:05, or 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and instruction begins at 8:05. And that gains us a lot of academic time that we're able to instill in our students, over 29 hours of extra academic time. So just that little initiative, we hope to see a lot of gains from that. And
so normally, what is the tardy bell time? Because we want to make sure that parents are aware of this.
Yes, so usually the tardy bell would be 8:10.
Okay.
But now it is 8 o'clock. So.
All right, parents, for you all who are car riding, have their car riding students, make sure you get those kids in there.
Yes.
So that's
now
an
we
adjustment.
we do understand that our initial startup is going to be a little rough. We have a lot of car riders. We are going to be working out those kinks. So we are going to be very patient, and we're going to work through those together. So there's no need to fret if we don't start right at 8:05 to begin with. It's going to be work in progress. We're going to get there.
How many students do you have now in your building?
We have over 630, I believe.
Over 630 students. You know, for you, when you going into this position, do you have any expectations or goals that you want to accomplish yourself? Any personal things?
Well, of course, I want to grow in how I can best support the school. And so I'm constantly looking for ways to do that. And I'm going to be learning and growing myself all year long. I don't claim to know it all, but I do claim to continue to want to grow and to learn as much as I can. And I'm going to go into it with that mindset.
Look at you, honey. You already ready. You've hit the ground running. Talk to us about the new staff that you have here.
Okay, so we actually only have 4 new staff members.
Okay.
Here at East Lawrence Primary, we're very fortunate we don't have a lot of turnover, but all of our new staff members this year are in kindergarten. So we have 2 new kindergarten teachers. That is Robin Baker and Cameron Morgan. And we have 2 new kindergarten parapros, Madeline Kilgore and Sarah Brantley. And we have embraced them with open arms. They're actually not new to Lawrence County. They're not really new to East Lawrence Primary, but they are new in this position, so we're glad to have them.
For sure. And your theme, I think you said if it's not broke, no need to fix it, right?
right,
What is your
that's
theme
right.
that you're still going with?
Reading is sweet. It's a Candyland theme, so we can do so much with that. We're going to have lots of fun.
We are so excited about you being in this position. We know that you bring so much knowledge, so much energy, and so it's like all the work that's been done before, here you go, you're adding to it to make sure that this school is on top of its game.
Absolutely. As you said, Janelle Butler, she is an amazing administrator. I've learned a lot from her. She's a dear friend of mine, and so we're just going to keep this ship headed in the right direction.
For sure. You got your girl Sherry Kite by your side.
Yes, amazing, amazing administrator.
All right, so we're getting ready to meet those new employees to kind of chat with them a little bit, but we want to just let you know, Brandy Purser, congratulations for you on your new position. We know you're going to do great things. You know you're bringing some great things to the table, and we cannot wait to see how far you're going with this here at East Lawrence Primary.
Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the principal here at East Lawrence Primary, Miss Brandy Purser.
Well, trucking is a 7 days a week, 24 hours a day operation. So there's a tremendous need for the logistics field, for drivers and mechanics to work on. Fred had a desire to be a mechanic. We encouraged him to seek some additional training that's offered through OFTC, which he did. What he learned at OFTC has just taken his job and his performance to another level.
It's summertime here in Dublin, Georgia, and that means hot dogs, apple pie, and GM trucks. With bigger inventory and more incentives, there's not a better time to buy a new GMC or Chevy truck.
Save up to $10,000 off MSRP on Silverados and Sierras at Dublin Chevrolet.
And the deals aren't just on trucks. With a great selection of crossovers and Tahoes and Yukons, we've got it all. And don't forget to ask about our full line of EVs, highlighted by the Hummer EV.
That's Dublin Chevrolet.
You know, you talk about new employees or people transitioning in here. All they have here at the primary newbies are kindergarten, and we are here for it. This young lady here to my left, she is a veteran educator, and I'm so glad to see her. Look at her on the east side.
That's right.
Robin, how are you?
I'm great.
Talk to us a little bit. Give them a little bit of history about you in education, your family, and then let's move to where we are right now here at East Primary.
Okay, this is year 27. I have taught first, third, and fifth. I spent the majority of my career at Southwest, and now my daughter and my grandsons are at East Lawrence, and so I wanted to come here.
Wait a minute. Who's your daughter?
Danielle Baker.
Girl, it's making sense now.
Yes,
It's
yes.
making sense.
Yes.
Robin, think about it. 27 years ago, do you remember when you first started teaching?
I sure do, in a mobile out on 441.
What has changed about you in education? In what ways? Because I think a lot of times when you first start out teaching, you have these grandiose ideas that you're going to change the world.
Right.
Right? And-
But if I had that first group over,
yeah?
I think I'd be a better teacher.
Wow.
I think with my first year, I had a lot of ideas and things I wanted to try, but as I've grown, I think I could take that group and do so much more with them now.
Look at that. And so look at the years of education, and you've been in different grade levels.
Yes.
What's been your favorite?
Well, at the time of my life when I was in first, it was first.
Yeah.
And then it was third. I wouldn't say fifth was ever my most favorite,
Right,
but I
right.
did enjoy it because
Right.
I taught math and science. But I think where I was at the time in my career, those were my favorites. Like I've enjoyed first and third, so I'm looking forward to kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Oh
Yes.
my gosh. And what is your teaching philosophy? What is your style of teaching?
Just to meet the children where they're at and to look at the whole student, and each student is different. And my grandsons has helped me to see that even more clear, that you have to approach them all differently.
For sure. And you know, at that impressionable age of kindergarten, you're going to have some, Lord have mercy, you're going to have to work on them. aren't you?
Yes, we are.
How many kids do you have in your classroom, and do you have a para with you?
I do have a para. I'm doing a co-teach class, so we only have about 12 children.
Okay.
And we have a pair. I have a co-teacher, Miss Danielle Dollar, and Miss Sarah Brantley is my parapro.
Very good. Now, here it is, you know, you guys have been in pre-planning. You come in, you know, it seems like a short summer.
Right.
And you've transitioned from another district, and now here you go, girl. How easy has it been for you to transition, or how difficult has it been for you?
Well, to come back to Lawrence County was easy because I've spent the majority of my career here.
Right.
But to go from kindergarten and getting used to having a para,
Yep.
this is my first time ever, and having a co-teacher, I've had that before, but just learning the routines, but they've made it easy.
For
this
sure.
this whole school is like a family, and you can feel it. Kindergarten all works together. Has really been amazing.
And you know, that is so important, not just for the staff member, but when you look at the kids, when they feel that family, when they feel that connection as they walk through the doors,
That's
and when they
right.
come into the classroom, and there it is, it continues.
That's right.
So, okay, you got to get these kids, you know, they got to get used to you. They got to know who you are. So first things first, when they come into that classroom on first day of school, that first week of school, what are you going to be working on?
Well, we're going to keep the trail running, but we're going to start with routines and rituals. Kindergarten has to know they need that routine, and they need that constant schedule. So the first couple of weeks, that's what we're going to be working on, is just routines. What do we got to do? This is how we do things. This is where we go, and our rules.
Do you find that during summer months, kids kind of fall off the wagon?
Oh, definitely. They do. I fall off the wagon.
Fall off the wagon.
So I've got to get back in gear, getting up early and just getting a routine. But I find, like the students, I enjoy a routine. Like when I can get up in the morning, know what I've got to do, that just makes my day go better.
Very good. Now, I want you to give some words of wisdom or words of encouragement to younger educators, because you have a lot of them, you know, they start off strong, but that road gets tough.
It does.
And to stay at the longevity that you have, it requires a lot. It requires, for one, an inner strength and a determination to know that of who you're doing this for. What words of wisdom or encouragement would you like to give the younger educators who are just starting out?
First of all, you can't do it all. You have to know your limits, and at the end of the day, like we tell the students, when you've done your best and you've tried your hardest, go home and rest.
I love that.
Yep. I think they come in sometimes wanting to do it all, and you can't, and you'll wear yourself out. And so do what you can do the best you can, and lean on your veteran teachers. Lean on each other.
And what do you want to say to those parents? Because we want them to be rest assured that when they're in your classroom, they're in good hands.
That I will treat them like they're my own, and how I would want someone to treat my grandchildren is the way that I'm going to treat them, and I'm going to love on them and care about them, and hope that they know at the end of the day that I love them.
Well, let me tell you something. I've been in your classroom many times, and you have you have a spirit of love, and you care about the whole child. It's not, you know, it's not just what you want them to learn, but you want them to grow as young humans, and I think that's what your kids are going to get, and they're going to love you for it.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to a great kindergarten year.
We're excited for you. So glad to have you back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the lovely Miss Robin Baker.
Hi, I'm Brandy, and I would like to invite you to experience our newly renovated mammography suite at the Fairview Park Hospital Breast Center. Our breast center has its own dedicated entrance with a relaxing boutique-like waiting area. You can make your appointment online anytime at fairviewparkhospital.com or by calling 478-274-3919. Most appointments take 30 minutes or less, and we will have your results back to your doctor within 24 hours.
Hi, I'm Michael Wheelis, and I'm inviting you to come join us this summer here at Dublin Piggly Wiggly. It's the perfect time to fire up the grill, and we have everything you need, from charcoal to fresh chicken, pork, or beef. And remember, Piggly Wiggly is a certified Angus beef retailer. Fresh vegetables are always in stock, from corn, cabbage, and green beans to squash, okra, and potatoes. We have the freshest produce around, including apples, oranges, and fresh watermelons. All our meats are cut fresh daily, and we'll be glad to custom cut anything you want. So come enjoy the summertime at your Dublin Piggly Wiggly. We'll see you soon.
You know, this has truly been such a great day. You know, roaming the halls here of East Orange Primary, getting to see some of the old smiling faces and, of course, the new ones coming in. And it is just wonderful. We cannot wait to get this year started. And we've got my girl Cameron here to my left. How are you, Cameron?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Girl, you've been a Gold Raider, and now here you are.
That's right. Go Falcons.
Go Falcons. Give us a little backstory on you. Tell us about you and your family and educationally what you've been doing, and of course, and then we'll get to where you are here at East Orange Primary.
Okay. I'm married to my husband Blake, and I have a little girl. She's 9 months old. Her name's Miller. She's my world. And the last 2 years, I've been at Johnson County Elementary teaching kindergarten. But before that, I was a parapro here. So I'm back now for my fourth year in education.
So tell us this now. So Cameron, do you have other people in your family that are in education?
I do. My mom's a teacher. She's been teaching in Lawrence County for forever, over 25 years, I think. So she's at Southwest Lawrence.
Your mama's a beast, honey.
Yes, she is.
So when you told her that you wanted to go into education, what was her initial reaction, and how has she been in supporting you with this decision?
She was really excited for me. I'm a lot like my mom in a lot of ways, and so we're a lot alike, and so she was really excited. I asked for her help a lot. She gives me a lot of good ideas, a lot of things I can do with kids in the classroom. So we talk on the phone every day, and most of the time it's about school, so she's very helpful.
That is so special. So when you think about your mom, the things that she's instilled within you, and of course your experience that you have gotten from working yourself, what in you has changed? What kind of adjustments have you made in order to be a better educator?
I worked on my classroom management a lot. So my first year, it was kind of rough because before, I didn't mention this, before teaching, I worked in a children's hospital. So it was one-on-one with kids. I was a child life specialist. So I never had to manage a whole classroom full of kids. It was just one-on-one. And so my first year in the classroom, there was 23 kids, and I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what to do. And so now I feel like my classroom management has come really far, and just kind of like what Robin was saying, meeting the kids where they're at, just kind of figuring out each kid is different, what they need is different. And so I feel like I've really become a stronger teacher since I've been teaching.
It's like the further you go, the more you grow.
Yes.
And I think that it's sometimes, like when you go in there with those expectations. So I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then the reality sets in. You're like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't anticipating this. And so you've seen yourself change.
I've seen myself grow a lot.
So when you think about yourself as an educator, how do you get kids to buy in? How do you get them, gung-ho to learn? How do you get that structure in that classroom? What do you do?
So mainly, like, as again what Robin was saying, we're really strong on routines and procedures. Starting off day one, and we just set that foundation. And once they get that, then we can really start getting them to learn once they know what to expect. I like to have a lot of fun in the class. We do a lot of songs with our rules. I have a chant for the rules, so they can chant it back to me.
What is this chant?
It's the whole brain teaching rules, and there's 5 rules, and we do a chant, and so please don't make me do the
I
chant.
won't. I mean, this interview was going so well. You were doing great. Please, don't make me, woman, I done told you, I was already nervous, okay? Don't make me do a chant.
Don't make me do a chant. But I like to make it fun. We do a lot of brain breaks. I get them out of their seat and do a lot of different things with, making it fun for them.
And they're kindergartners.
They're kindergartners. They're still babies still.
So nowadays, you don't nap in kindergarten, do you?
Unfortunately not. We
Oh
don't
my
nap.
gosh. I remember
wish we did.
I remember napping in kindergarten.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I do
couldn't.
too.
I used to get the itis. Right after lunch.
Yeah.
You're exhausted.
A lot of the kids still get that.
They still get-
They still get it, but we gotta just push through it.
So think about it. This first week, it's going to be a little rough. It's not going to be, because you've got kids who have been staying up late. You've got kids who've been doing all kinds of stuff. And now it's like, okay, time to get it together. Time for structure.
Yeah. So for the first week, we may just lay our heads down for a little while after lunch just to give them a little break and kind of get them into the routine.
For
so it won't be
sure.
like cold turkey,
And now here it is. You're a mom. You've got a 9-month-old.
I do.
Oh, my gosh. Do you do all right without is it a little girl?
It's a little girl.
Oh, my gosh.
It was hard leaving her at first to come back to work because she's 9 months. So it was last year. I had to come back after Christmas last year. But she's got a great babysitter and she has fun there. So, and it's good for me to get out and do mom's,
For sure.
yeah, do my own thing. So
Do your own thing. Well, listen, we're so proud of you.
Thank
You
you.
know, what do you want to say to those parents out there? Because here it is, honey. You're going to have their babies.
I know. And becoming a mom, I just feel like I understand how they feel now
Yes.
more empathetic towards them. So just know that your child is in really good hands, and we're going to love on them just like they're our own.
Oh,
so.
my gosh. I remember when my kids were in kindergarten. I mean, they're 24, 25, and almost 29 years old. But I remember that. And I was that mom. I was that little
Yes.
mama bear.
I know,
I was a
it's
stay-at-home
hard.
mom. And then it's like, you have all of this apprehension, especially from pre-K and kindergarten. You're like, oh, my gosh. But knowing that, for one, that you all love these kids.
We do. We
That you
really
treat
do.
them as though that they're your own. The fact that you pour into them, you're like that extension, that part of that family. And so that way, that helps the parents out there be rest assured. And so we're so glad that you're back, and we're so glad that you're in the classroom.
Thank you. I'm happy to be back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Cameron, and she's back.
Quality products and installation since 1985. That's 4 Seasons.
Since 1916, Gravely has been designed, engineered, and made right here in the USA. Whether you prefer gas or electric, every Gravely has been forged with the commercial landscaper in mind. So they're not only built to last, but to also keep you riding comfortably from dawn to dusk. So ask yourself, are you ready to graduate to a Gravely? Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
Hey, I'm TJ with Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports, formerly known as Myers Equipment Supply. We're your full-line dealer for Gravely lawnmower sales and service.
We love the fact that we have a great sub list of people that we can count on and call on when we need them in the classroom. And Sarah, you were one of those people, right?
They can't call me anymore because I'm permanent.
Permanent.
Yes.
Congratulations
Thank
to
you. Yeah.
So for you, have you always wanted to be in education?
No, my mom is a teacher, and I told them I was never going to teach. No, I didn't want to teach. And slowly, when my kids started school, I was like, well, what can I do now that I have no babies at home? So I came to the school where they go, and I started subbing, and I loved it so much that when a permanent spot opened up, I had to get it.
What did your mama say? Did she have her arms folded?
Yes, yeah, you're right. She said, it's going to happen. It's just gonna happen. It's in our blood, I guess.
For sure. And for you, you know, you subbed for 2 years, and now you're a parapro in one of the kindergarten classrooms. You know, how has this past week gone just in pre-planning and getting acclimated to things? How has that been for you?
Well, it's definitely a learning curve, but I got to sub for the spot that I'm filling in. So I got like a little preview, and I've got 2 teachers to help me out and guide me this year instead of just one. So I feel very lucky.
And you know, when you think about substitute teaching, I remember in Louisiana, I subbed for a whole year and at the East Baton Rouge Parish, and so it was a huge district, and so I'm all over the place. But I was able to connect with kids. Is that what you found?
Well, as they were coming in to meet the teacher, I was like, oh, I've already subbed for you, and they already recognized me. So it was really good to already have that connection with the kids as they're coming into a classroom that I'm going to be in all year.
And when you're connecting with kids, what do you do to get that connection, to get them to trust you and to really, you know, believe in what you're teaching them and how you're helping them?
I just try to get on their level, find what they're passionate about, and try to learn more about them and who they are as a kid.
And you're in school, right?
No, I'm not in school.
Oh,
no,
good.
I'm a mom.
So you don't have to balance all of that.
No.
How many kids? Tell us about your kids.
I have 2. I have one that's in 1st grade, and her name is Raina May, and then I have a 2nd grader named Aiden.
And I know your kids.
Oh yes, you've interviewed them for that. You're their elf.
And look at all the connections here. And coming here to East Orange Primary, what do you love about this school?
Oh man, this school is a great school to work for. Everybody, I've not met a staff here that isn't friendly. Everybody is so sweet, and if you have a question, you can stop anybody in the hallway and ask them. It is really a fantastic school, and I'm so glad that I get to work here and my kids get to go here.
For sure. And I want you to give a message to those people out there that are substituting, because it's not just filling a spot. I mean, there's a you know, it's very important.
Running into them at the grocery store, yes.
So give a message to those substitute teachers and how important their job is.
It is a very important job, and the kids really do. When you've repeatedly met them in the grocery store or sub for them, it really is a good job. It's fantastic, and it's rewarding. Yeah. It's very rewarding.
And here it is, you're building those relationships, you're building that rapport, and now here it is when school starts this week, honey. Aren't you excited about that?
I'm excited and nervous at the same time, but it's going to be great.
And what has your mom said about starting this new year?
Oh, she's got a million tips, of course, and I'm like, thanks, Mom. She's like, if you need anything in your classroom, I've got it. I'm like, Mom, I've got 2 teachers. I don't think we can fit anything else in the classroom.
But how beautiful that is, and I know that she's so very proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you for how you've already served with us here with Lawrence County Schools, and now here it is as a parapro. You are back in the family.
Yep.
Congratulations to you. This is Sarah, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're closing out these interviews here at East Primary with Madeline Kilgore, who is new in education, but she's also a mama with Lawrence County Schools. How are you, Madeline?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Miss Pat?
Doing well. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, we need to hear all about you, baby girl. You got to tell us about how you started. Where'd you go to school? Talk to us about your family, and then coming here to East Primary.
Okay, I graduated from Dublin High School. I'm the class of 2014. I am married to Chandler. He is a county animal control officer here. And I have 2 boys, Hunter and Oakley, and they both attend East Lawrence Schools.
Look at that. You a little mama.
I am.
Oh, my gosh. And so here it is, Madeline. I mean, you've got your family here, and you're like, okay, wait a minute. I think I want to go into education. Tell us, how did that work? Because you didn't start off in education.
No, I have been in finance for about 9 years. And so dealing with bankruptcies and repossessions, that's the total opposite of working in kindergarten. But I do teach within my church family at Mount Olive Church of the Nazarene. I'm the lead teacher of kindergarten and 1st grade there.
Look at you.
I am. And I've just been, teaching is my goal. I mean, that was, whenever I graduated, that's what I wanted to be, was a teacher. So when life happens, things step in the way. So that was something I couldn't pursue at the time. So after I had my 2nd son, Oakley, and my 1st son started school, I said, you know, that's something I really want to start pursuing and looking into. So I did. I started looking into it and trying to make calendars work, and it just didn't work with the job that I had at the time. So then I started looking at other options, which paraprofessional was a perfect path because this school system offers you a way to be able to get your teaching degree while you're working as a parapro.
So you're in school.
I am.
Oh my God. You're in school. You're married.
Full-time.
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 You're working
5 classes.
Full-time job.
Yes, ma'am. We are
And
doing
you got
it.
2 kids.
Yes, ma'am. We are doing it all the way.
Madeline, how do you keep the balance?
Well, the job I had before this one, I love them dearly. They are like family to me. I will always be so thankful to them. It was very demanding, and I know this one's even more demanding. We're going to have 17 kids in our classroom. The teacher that I have watching me is amazing. She has took me in from the first day, has really helped me realize what all this is going to entail, trying to get me prepared for this school year. She has been excellent, and I will forever owe her. And I'm ready to learn everything education from her.
And look at all these classes you're taking. You're getting the real world experience, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And so for you going into education, having your family, that close-knit family, gleaning from the ones who've been doing this for a while, what has been your takeaway with all of this, starting here at East Primary? How has it been for you all preparing for this school year?
Well, at first I was really, really nervous walking in. I did not know what to expect. When I started my first day, everyone has been so welcoming. They have really wanted to help me in any aspect that I could imagine, and really get me excited for the school year. So that's what we're
Here it is. And you're excited.
I am. I'm very excited.
Tell us about your kids. So how old are your kids?
Hunter is 8, and he's going to 3rd grade. He has been at East Lawrence Primary all the way through, so he is leaving.
Oh,
I'm coming in, and he's stepping out.
He's stepping out.
He is. But Oakley, he's going to be in kindergarten as well. Not in my room, but on down the hall. So we're going to learn together.
So I've met your kids and haven't even known it, haven't I?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my Lord. Look at the connections here.
There is. There's a lot of connections within the school system.
Well,
yes.
we're so proud of you, Madeline.
Thank
I mean, you're making the career change, that shift. You're balancing, you're juggling it, you're doing it all. You're leaning on people that are there to help you and support you, and you're giving the best that you have to these kids.
I sure am, and I'm so excited. Open house was the best. Meeting all the new kids and getting to know them. I'm very excited for this school year with them.
All right, and we cannot wait to see what is next for you. Look forward to seeing you in the classroom.
Yes, ma'am, I will be here.
Oh my gosh, we got a newbie here, Madeline. We're so very proud of her. You know, ladies and gentlemen, it has truly been a great day. Just having the opportunity to meet the employees who've transitioned in, some for the very first time, having such a love and passion for these young people. And that's exactly what we need. And this day and age, I mean, you know, you've got to make sure that you can depend and trust people. And here at East Lawrence Primary, this is where it's at. We look forward to having a great year for this 2024-25 year. We know that you all just stay tuned to Team Lawrence, where you see what's happening in these classrooms and the great things that are taking place with your kids. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have here at Team Lawrence, where we continue to grow great students.